I'm Louise and I facilitate the Positive Birth Movement Tunbridge Wells. Within Maidstone and Tunbridge Wells NHS Trust since April 2016, there's been an increase in the overall numbers of women giving birth in an out-of-birth hospital setting. One of the two birth centres, there's one at Maidstone and at Crowborough, or at home. And there's been an increase from 10% in 2015 to last month, September's, 16% of all births being in an out-of-hospital setting. And it's good to see this slowly increase when you realise that 6 years ago it was only around 4.5%. So looking at home birth specifically, during April 2016 and March 2017, there were 142 home births, which equates to around 2.4% of all births across the trust, the same as rates seen nationally. These 142 births at home comprised of 23 women with their first baby and 119 women with their second or subsequent pregnancy. The overall clinical outcomes were excellent, with 97% of women starting labour at home having a normal birth and just 3% requiring an instrumental birth. So for women with their first baby, 85% had a normal birth and 15% had an instrumental birth, and there were no caesarean births. For women having their second or subsequent baby, there was a 100% normal birth rate. Transfer rates for home births were 30% for first-time mothers and just 3% for second-time. The main reasons for transfer were slow progress in labour and meconium in the waters. There were 6 neonatal transfers, however, 3 of these were for observation only. So during 2016 to 17, maternity services at Maidstone and Tunbridge Wells NHS have continued to be actively engaged in promoting more choice for women regarding the place of birth across the trust.